You're watching CBS4 News in high definition.
Breaking news tonight out of Oklahoma. Wildfire is forcing residents to evacuate. The fire is moving fast and has already burned 24 homes. Good evening, I'm Elle Mohs. Residents in Luther, Oklahoma are basically being chased out of their homes by flames that are moving fast. These are the first pictures we're getting of this wildfire. Authorities say it started as a grass fire and has grown out of control quickly. They believe it could have been a case of arson. Luther is northeast of Oklahoma City, and firefighters are working to contain the blaze, but so far, 25 homes have already been destroyed. We'll continue to monitor the situation and bring you updates on this breaking news as we get it. Tonight, a new development in an old murder case. One of the suspects in the case pleads guilty. David DeWild has pled guilty to murdering his sister-in-law. Heather DeWild disappeared 9 years ago. Her body was found later in a ravine. David, along with his brother Danny and wife Mary, were suspects in the death. CBS4's Tom Mustin explains how today's guilty plea is a break in the case that the family has long hoped for.
Full of energy, she was a really, really good mom.
9 years after the murder of her sister, Rebecca Barger still feels the pain.
We miss her a lot.
Tuesday, David DeWild
pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit second-degree murder, which is a Class 3 felony. That holds a minimum of 10 years in prison, and DeWild will be sentenced on October 19th. Preliminary reports out of Ohio show no signs of trauma to a former Colorado National Guard member found dead earlier this week. Deanna Ballman was found dead in her car on Wednesday. The mother of two was 9 months pregnant at the time of her death. Police are investigating the death, and officers did a thorough search of Ballman's home. Her mother filed a police report stating that Ballman went missing after responding to a Craigslist ad.
I mean, it just shocked me. I didn't know how to react to it, because you never expect something like that to happen so close to home.
Investigators are calling the death suspicious until the full autopsy report comes through in the next 2 to 3 months. A Thornton man is facing charges for bringing a gun into a movie theater in the wake of the Aurora movie theater massacre. James Mapes was carrying a pistol in a holster on his hip when police arrested him. Employees of the Cinnabar movie theater called police when they noticed the gun. CBS4's Stan Bush talked to Mapes tonight. He explains his legal reasons for bringing a gun with him into the movie theater.
The call of a handgun to this theater brought an immediate response from Thornton police. Jim Mapes says the theater stopped the movie he was in. He says he told the crowd he was wearing a gun and was then met by officers.
Police evacuated 9 theaters as a precaution. Officers say the charge against Mapes isn't about his permit. Instead, it's about the gun being visible and causing concern to other moviegoers. The investigation into the movie theater shooting continues. Tonight, the University of Colorado Medical Center has hired Robert Miller to conduct an internal investigation. Miller is a former U.S. attorney, and he'll be looking at the policies and procedures the university followed as shooter James Holmes got mental health treatment at the campus. Holmes was a student at the CU Anschutz campus. He was seeing a psychiatrist while he was in school. The University of Colorado confirms that he dropped out of their program in June. Holmes is accused of killing 12 people and wounding 58 others in a shooting spree on July 20th. Friends and family of one of the 12 shooting victims laid their loved one to rest today. Jonathan Blunk was a father of 2 and a Navy veteran. Today, he was buried in Reno, Nevada. About 500 people attended the military funeral of the 26-year-old. Blunk died shielding a friend during the mass shooting at the midnight premiere of The Dark Knight Rises on July 20th. He told his friend to stay down while he took the bullet. His family says he died a hero.
He got everything that he would ever wish for in the ceremony for him.
The casket was draped with an American flag, which was handed to his children during the ceremony. Blunk is buried next to his father-in-law, who also served in the Navy. The entire Colorado community has come together to support the victims of the movie theater shooting. Strangers have donated millions of dollars, and now scammers are taking advantage. CBS4's Ty Brennan investigates the website that claims to raise money for the shooting victims.
It's disgusting to think that somebody would do that.
The Aurora Police Department says they've identified a suspect who was taking advantage of.
Police took down the website, and investigators have not released the name of the person who created it or made any arrests in the case. They also have not released how much money was collected. A Denver grand jury indicted a man today for selling or renting homes that he did not own. Alfonso Carrillo and his associate Rudy Breda are charged with violating the Colorado Organized Crime Control Act, along with many other charges of burglary, theft, and criminal trespass. The indictment states that Carrillo took over foreclosed homes, moved new families into them, and collected rent or mortgage payments from the new buyers. Authorities have issued a warrant for the arrest of both Carrillo and Breda. One of Broadway's hottest musicals is coming to Denver for a second run. Tonight, we got word that Book of Mormon is scheduled to come back to Denver next year. The Broadway hit will make its first appearance in the Mile High City later this month. Many people were disappointed when tickets sold out in minutes, so when the show returns, it will also stay longer, providing more opportunities for people to see the show. Book of Mormon was created by Colorado natives Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Parker and Stone also created the Comedy Central cartoon, South Park. Tickets will go on sale early next year. A Colorado man was attacked by a shark off the coast of Massachusetts. Christopher Myers is getting out of the hospital today, and coming up, he talks about that attack for the first time. The highest altitude rodeo in the country kicks off in Breckenridge tomorrow, but not everyone is happy to see the Cowboys come to town. Find out why next. And we talk to popular band My Morning Jacket. Coming up, hear from them and find out more about the CBS Buzz Bus trip to Denver.